In chapter 10 of the Scarlet Letter, it shows the deception and guilt of Dimsdale as he continues to try to keep his secret. His interactions begin to reveal slowly his complicity in the crime with Hester. Chillingworth was an upright man, but he realizes Dimsdale has some deep secret, and it consumes him so much that he will not stop questioning Dimsdale until he finds out what it is. Chillingworth begins his investigation, digging for the truth like a miner searching for gold.
They make Dimsdale seem like such a holy man. Now let me dig further in the direction of his name.
Chillingworth crept into Dimsdale's room, trying to maintain the silence and not wake him up. He was also ready to offer a calm appearance if Dimsdale opened his eyes. Dimsdale trusted no one in his life when his real enemy was right in front of him. He wasn't able to recognize it. Dimsdale looked onto the window towards the graveyard as Chillingworth worked on making a medicine.
Where did you find that dark leaf?
They're new to me. I found them in the graveyard at a grave before stone. They grew out of a dead man's heart, showing a sin that should have revealed during his life.
Maybe he wanted to tell his secret, but he couldn't.
Nature is indicating that the secret should have been confessed.
Dimsdale disagrees.
I believe that these secrets that we hold in our hearts will be left to reveal on Judgment Day, not with reluctance, but with joy.
If revealing it is such a joy, then why not just do it now?
Dimsdale clutches at his heart as though he were in pain and says,
In some ways you are right. I have heard people confess, and it is as though a weight has been lifted off their shoulders.
But some people do bury their secrets.
True, sometimes it's in their nature to keep things to themselves. But for some people, if they reveal their secret, they may not be able to carry on their good works. And so they live their lives looking pure from the outside, but within they are tormented by the guilt.
Chillingworth becomes a little angry at Dimsdale's argument. He pointedly responds,
But they are kidding themselves. What's better? For people to put on a false front even if they do good works, or to confess their sins, be true to God, and do penance?
Yeah, you could be right.
The two men heard voices from the graveyard. They went to the window and saw it was Hester and Pearl. Pearl was dancing on some graves, and Hester asked her to stop. Pearl became angry and began to attach spurs she found on the ground to her mother's scarlet letter. She also threw one towards Dimsdale. As Chillingworth watches Hester and Pearl walk away, he says,
There goes a woman who, besides the sin she has committed, has no knowledge of the feeling of hiding a sin. Do you think she is the less miserable for the scarlet letter on her breast?
I think so, but only she can answer that. I did see some pain in her face that I would have rather not seen. However, she is better off having had her sin revealed rather than keeping it bottled up inside.
Dimsdale still feels the torment of keeping his sin a secret.
So, physician, how is my health?
Well, you definitely are a sick man. I cannot tell you exactly what the problem is. However, if I keep watch of you, maybe I can figure it out. Now I have to ask, have you told me everything there is to know?
Of course I have. It would be foolish to have called in a physician and not tell him everything there is to know.
So, you're absolutely sure? Sometimes a physical ailment reflects some spiritual issue. You, of course, have high spiritual character. I can see your physical ailment, but I can't heal you unless you tell me what's bothering you inside.
No, I will not reveal anything to an earthly physician. I will leave that up to the physician of the soul, which is my God. Who are you to put yourself between God and I?
Dimsdale, in the midst of his frustration, gets up and storms out of the room. Chillingworth watches Dimsdale leave and says to himself,
It's okay. We will become friendly again soon. He just showed passion in his actions, and I pretty much know there is some other passion that he has already experienced.
After cooling off for a little while, Dimsdale realized that his temper got to the best of him. Later on that day, Dimsdale fell into a very deep sleep. Chillingworth then entered the room and thrust aside Dimsdale's vestment. When Chillingworth turned away, he had a very wild look to him. His expression was almost a face of evil. He acted as Satan would when a human soul is lost to heaven and won into his kingdom. We will all come to know that Chillingworth found the letter A carved into Dimsdale's flesh, resembling the one that Hester wore upon her bosom. This then reveals the sin that Dimsdale has been keeping a secret for a very long time.
Okay.